Hey, thanks for watching this training video. We're going to talk a little bit about search engine optimization, what we call SEO. I'm just going to give you 5 or 6 minutes worth of a couple pointers. When you're building out your individual pages on your agent website, you want to keep these SEO pieces in mind. Okay, so we're not going to go heavily over how to use Web Builder. That's in another training video, but let's assume that you've gotten to the place where you know, all right, my strategy is to build 5 or 6 pages on 5 or 6 specific neighborhoods. And how do I structure those pages where they're going to be the most apt for Google to actually give some love to, right? So I'm on my specific agent site right now. I know that I'm logged in because I've got my settings menu here kind of in the top. So I've got Hi Tom here, and then I've got my new pages, all the pieces that I need. And so from here, what I want to do is just talk a little bit about SEO. So I'm going to flip over to a search term that I did. Okay, so this search term, I put Royal Oaks Homes for Sale. So a lot of the demos that I do, you'll see this term Royal Oaks, which is supposed to be this mysterious subdivision that actually exists in multiple parts of the country. But when I put Royal Oaks Homes for Sale, Google says, hey, these are some things that I think match what you're looking for. And so what are we seeing on this page? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this page. We're seeing a few things. The first thing we're seeing right here is the header or title of the page. And so this piece right here is crucial, and I'm going to show you exactly how this piece comes to be and how you can put that on your individual pages. You're seeing the URL, and Google likes nice, friendly URLs. So they're not really loving URLs that have a bunch of question marks and all sorts of things in them. They like nice, simple, straightforward URLs, and our system builds that for you, so that's pretty easy. And then you're seeing this, your meta description. So this is the description of that page. And so this right here is more your marketing term. Google doesn't take this into account when it's trying to rank the page, but what it does take into account is this right here, your page header, and then what is actually being displayed on the page and how relevant it thinks that that really is. All right. So as we go back here, let's go to our pages. So I've already created a couple pages. I've got one published. This one, Tom Agent background that we did. I'm going to open up that page here, and so you can take a look at that page. So on this page right here, Outdoor Living, Tom's background, that is my one of my page titles. How do I get that to look what I want, and how do I get my specific tab header to look what I want as well? So here we go to Settings, we go into Edit, and then from there we go to Page Attributes. So I'm going to flip between a couple of different tabs to show you how this works. But your heading, in other words, what the tab header for this page is going to be, is Outdoor Living, Tom's background. And that and the page title, where would those show up on Google if this page was actually ranked? Well, when we flip back over to our Google, that would be what this is. And so Google wants to know in a really concise format of less than 60 characters, what this page is about. So if it's about you, you would want to drop in your name, but then you'd also want to be a little bit more of a description. So it could be your bio. It could be Tom Agent, background as real estate professional, or real estate professional Tom Agent. Something that's telling Google, here's the subject, but here's also the primary person involved. So Tom Agent, they recognize that as an actual person. And then of course what that is about, what that person's about, it's a background, it's a character, it's a history, it's information, whatever. So if it's a subdivision, you would want to do something like, Royal Oaks Homes for Sale, or Homes for Sale in Royal Oaks. Or this is a great one, buying a new home in Royal Oaks. Royal Homes of North Carolina, new homes in Raleigh, North Carolina, Royal Oaks Homes. Careers for Royal Oaks Homes. There's an actual Royal Oaks building company, and so that's why this is being ranked here. So Royal Oaks Real Estate, Royal Oaks Kannapolis Homes for Sale. That's a great one right here. So be thinking in those terms of how you want this to be displayed. So we'll flip back here and we'll say, okay, if this is a background page about Tom, then this could be something like Tom Agent background of a real estate pro, something to that effect. So it could also be, if it was about Royal Oaks, we could drop this one in here. This could be I'll just get rid of this one here, Royal Oaks. Sorry, on this demo, apparently I can't type. Royal Oaks, latest homes for sale and all listings, right? So what does that tell Google? Well, it says that I've got up-to-date information. So they like terms like latest, they like terms like all. So all listings, latest homes for sale, those kind of phrases are great. And then of course we started the whole conversation out by saying, hey, this is about Royal Oaks. So that's what this page here in Google, that's this first section. The second section is more your marketing text. Think in this in terms of somebody comes to this page and now you've got a 1 in 10 chance that they're going to click on you, right? So this is your best foot forward. This basically says, hey, I know what I'm talking about on this page. This is really important to me. And so this is called your meta description. And where we find that is this next category that says description. So in here you want to keep your characters, including spaces, to 160 or less. Okay, so up here it's more like 60 to 70, and then here it's 160. So what would convince somebody to click on you as opposed to Zillow? So view the latest Royal Homes, Oaks info, including latest listings on the market, all from the local expert who lives here who lives here every day. I'm just making this up as I go, but you get the idea. So what does that tell us? Well, it tells us that you live there. People love locality. They love the idea that they're dealing with someone who's got skin in the game, right? That's part of your actual place that you live. It's substantially more local than Zillow. If you're competing with Zillow, what do you want to, the two big things that you can always be able to compete with Zillow, one is locality, is that the fact that you're local and they're not. And the other one is that you have the most current and up-to-date data. So sell those things in this description. Learn from the person who lives here every day and talks to the neighbors before they even list their home. Things like that will get people to click on that link. And that's how you can make these pages stand out from the rest. View our new home communities in the Raleigh area with great amenities and high-end included features by Royal Oaks Homes. That's not terrible, but anyone could kind of say that phrase. Make it personal. And I think that you'll do really, really well when it comes to the Google attributes. So again, going back to this page or any of these pages, we want to make sure our title and the tab on the very top is solid. It talks, it's not too long. It talks specifically about kind of who we are and what we do. And then the last piece is make sure that you've got, some information on the page more than just photos or video. Video's great, but all the video you're going to put on here is from YouTube. And so it's not going to give you a huge increase in rankings, but these pieces are. Google loves bullet points and it loves a couple of paragraphs. So this is way too few text, but you would want to, write a paragraph about your background here, use terms like homes for sale, listings, real estate, personalized real estate experience, those kinds of things. Drop in some bullet points because Google loves bullet points. They feel it makes the page easier to absorb quickly. And then keep your character count to, your word count to definitely under 1,000. You don't have to make it a huge, huge thing, but you do have to have a couple of paragraphs at least. So what does Google look at when they're ranking a page? They look at that top tab. They look at the page header specifically. And of course, they look at this HTML text. And then does information change on the page? So take a look at our training video on how to put your saved searches actually into this page. And then that will give you some regularly updated content. All right, so I hope that helps a little bit on search engine optimization to give you an idea of what you can do on these pages. Start with that, keep it simple, and don't try and trick Google. That's the last thing I think I'll say, is that don't use the same keywords over and over and over. Google will see that as keyword stuffing, and they'll see, they read English better than we do, and so they know when you're trying to trick the system. Just be real and be authentic, and you'll get some good results. All right, thanks for watching.